Lou Hamilton of Audible Elegance. We're located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We do work on Facebook, Instagram, and X. I also write a monthly blog. And I would encourage you to read that blog because I talk about a wonderful organization known as Angel Flights, where they have volunteer pilots who get people to destinations on the Eastern Seaboard when they can't afford, regular airfare, and the situation is fairly urgent. So take a read of that. They're really a great organization. Today I wanted to talk about something that years ago I started doing for folks, and now that we've seen other situations where people have let others borrow their house. In one case, it was actually rather tragic. But it was really designed around parents buying an audio system for the kids going to college. And what that triggered was understanding that there are some people who don't understand the limits of a system like the owner. In college situations, the ability to twist the volume knob is also usually associated with one's ego. But in situations where you let someone else use your house for a while, or it could be an Airbnb, I don't know. One of the things that can happen is people turning up the volume control, resulting in the damage to amplifiers, or particularly the speakers. So years ago, I came up with an approach. We sacrifice the audiophile purity for the sake of the system being in existence, and that was by putting inline fuse holders and fuses on the positive speaker lead. Typically this would be either a 2 amp or a 3 amp quick blow fuse. Fuse holders were typically AGC fuses, and the whole idea was that the fuse would blow before you would reach the limitations of either the amplifier or the speakers. Now, certainly they're terrified when the speaker stops working, and maybe that's part of the point, but more importantly, the speaker and or the amplifier survives. And you can look this up on the web as far as establishing the amperage you need based upon the wattage and the current your products can put out in terms of amplifiers, and what the speakers can handle on the backside. But you can get fuse values from, obviously 1, 1 1/4, 110, up to 3 or 4 amps. I never really fused anything beyond 3 amp. I just didn't see it, because that's quite substantial current. But think about adding such a device to your system, even if temporary, while you're away from the home and you have guests or your kids are taking care of the house while you're away. Because blowing a fuse is a very inexpensive problem to deal with. It doesn't result in any unhappiness between the owner of the product and those who got to use it. It's just a real safety way of doing it. So think about that. I'll post the diagram for the fuse shortly. Unfortunately, I'm at home, so I don't have my classic whiteboard, which some of you nicker at, but you can look it up on the web, and it's a fairly simple formula, easy to do. As I said, you'll need to get an inline fuse holder, which kind of leads me to my next subject, which I'll do here shortly, which is what the hell happened to Radio Shack. So there we are, but think about fusing it if you're loaning your house out, or you have an Airbnb, or you're going on vacation and the kids are going to be home. And just to be safe and be happy. So there we are. Thank you.